Well, hello and welcome to the Jackalope Postcard Museum. My name's Sean and today we're going to be looking at the mounted jackalope. Now the mounted jackalope is a jackalope that's been killed, snared, shot, something like that, and its head has been cut off and put on somebody's wall. It's quite sad. Now this one is interesting here because it's the only one that says American on it that I have, and the way they spell jackalope with these dashes in here, I gotta say it doesn't make a ton of sense since the lope is from antelope. Maybe there should only be one dash in there. Here we have another interesting spelling. This is Jackalope. I guess he is an Irish jackalope. And here we have a wall of death. Compliments of the Steakhouse Cafe in Douglas, Wyoming, which is the home of the jackalope. Here's one from the Club Cafe in Van Horn, Texas. It's not even called a jackalope, it's just called a horned rabbit, interestingly enough. Here's another one. Just a jackrabbit with horns, found in West Texas. Now these older taxidermied jackalope heads tend to be the hardest and probably the most expensive jackalope postcards that I've been able to find, but totally worth it. Here we go, is another one that's very interesting. Not only does it not say the word jackalope on it, but it insists here that it's the cross between a rabbit and a billy goat, just calling it a horned bunny from Texas. Very interesting. This one is not obviously taxidermied, but as you can see, it's just a head tucked between some rocks. So I'm pretty sure this is a mounted jackalope someone just took out to the rocks. And also from Lusk, Wyoming. And this one has an interesting mention that it is illegal to kill a two-tailed jackalope. That's something I've never seen, and obviously there's no tails on this one at all. But still a very pretty postcard. And here I have a unique one. This is actually album art from a rock band. One that I'm not familiar with, but they've got a mounted jackalope on the cover of their album, which normally would not be a postcard. But a postcard group I was in a long time ago, somebody found this. He says, "Hello Sean, how are you? I stumbled upon this amazing illustration of a jackalope. I don't know if you have it yet. All the same, hope it makes a good addition to your collection." This was sent all the way from the Philippines. I really appreciate that guy who sent that to me. And here's a couple of mounted jackalope postcards that I do not have. Now one more thing before we go. I know this isn't a postcard, but can you tell who that is with a mounted jackalope? That's right, President of the 1980s, Ronald Reagan, who reportedly kept a mounted jackalope in his California home. I like to think he said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall," and then held up the jackalope and in a funny voice said, "'Cause if you don't, I will." Well, thanks for visiting the Jackalope Postcard Museum, and I hope you enjoyed our look at mounted jackalopes.